Alrighty, we are here. I finished just as that song was playing, so that was pretty sick nasty on my end. I will not lie to you guys. How's it going, Casper? How's it going, Marcus? Hopefully you guys are doing good. We have some absolute bangers here today. There's Zeke versus B-Town Brayloops. I think that's his Discord name too. Also, let me know how the audio is. Being my mic. If I sound more sleepy, it's not because of my mic. It's because I just woke up from a nap. I've had a long, cold days. We have B-Town Brayloops versus Zeke. We have Warren Latios versus Strange Name. Warren Latios versus Strange Name. Oops. Thing that we might be missing a game. Let me know what game I'm missing if you guys can. We have Kraft versus Siebes. We have Charlie. I think it's Charlie, right? Versus Mob of Justice. Then we have Lacanus versus Lucas B. That'll be a good game. I like both their teams a lot. Smat versus Huados. And I know that's his Discord name because I've been told like 8 times now. That is his actual Discord name. So I'm not going to be like, who is that? It's him. And then Panorska versus Dashing Teptile. 2 absolute goats facing off. So let me go back to let me go back to the BBL Discord server. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. 1 second, please. Oh goodness, I just saw something in general. 1 sec. Sorry, I'm absolutely blanking on where these games are. There they are. Alright, audio's fine. Good stuff, good stuff. Good to hear. That's how Lucas versus Lacanus. Mob Justice, Siege versus Kraft. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 7 games. Oh, Ollie versus yesterday has not happened, so there is only 7 games. Okay, cool. Now I just saw that Lucas dropped. Is there a? I wonder if that's tied to the game, maybe? I don't think so, but maybe it is. 1 second, let me pull up Bingo real quick. There we go, because Bingo has to be on the screen. I have no cap today. Yeah, I'm very sleepy. I just rolled out and we're ready to go. Is basically what's happening. I couldn't find a hat in time, so no cap OE today. My hair is also a little greasy because I was wearing a hat earlier. And I was working all day. So, very, very good stuff. But, yeah, so let's look at the bingo card really quick. Let's go ahead and click off our Silvally moment. We have Useful Weather, which is a new one. We have Wheelchair. The Wall Does Not Wall. Something Dies to Hazards. LC Mon, which I'll see here. Crit Mattered. Annoying Spectator, which is so annoying. Game ends in less than 16 turns. 5-head play, which I don't know how do I do 5-head play? Is that just like... okay, because I feel like that could be a million things. That could either be a really stupid play or a really smart play, depending on like how sarcastic you are when you say that. You know what I mean? Like, is that like crazy play or boost? Trick Room, hacks the win con. Coach brings / preps for the wrong team. Yellow Magic, Unexpected Sash, Chip, no status, no fairy. Every single mod on the winning player gets 1 kill. No Ubers, Type Reduction Berry, Toxic Stall, no Mega. And then we also have Obscure Berry. Now, I don't think we have any of these off lead, at least. Lucas dropped because he got accepted for a post-grad course. Awesome. Well, congrats to him. Hopefully our last game that we watch will be cool. Nice. Yeah, all you gotta start joining each other until I get them a dual forfeit. 5-head play me equals gypsy mode. So like, okay, so it's like an actual good play. Okay, cool. I didn't want to like do that and like someone makes a really stupid play. I'm like, nice play 5-head. And then they absolutely just make an awful play. I think that would be kind of funny, but maybe we shouldn't do that. Okay. So cool. That's what we're gonna roll with then. I think we should be good to go. You guys in the chat need help keep an eye on bingo for me as well. While I fix my pop filter because I want it to look nice. I'm gonna do it like this. Come on, pop filter. I feel like this is fine. But yeah, you guys need to keep an eye on the thing for me as well. We have weather right here, which can be a potentially useful weather. How's it going, Mr. Marshadow? Hope you're doing good, man. No, I'm gonna put it back like this. But yeah, keep an eye on all these for me. We could also see Trick Room potentially. No, because Maw doesn't get Trick Room. Just kidding. Is there anything else we can see in this game? Boost, maybe. Obscure Berry, maybe. Toxic Stall. Both teams brought Ubers. And yeah, I think other than that, it's all just gonna be, you know, to be seen. I've made a foolish mistake. I thought Gothita and Gothorita, I thought Gothita was Gothorita and drafted that in Indigo. Good thing they do a grace period. Evo and Ascension are not doing that. Yeah, no fair. There is a fair, unfortunately. Is that no Mega on Zeke's team? No, he has Mega Mewtwo X, so it's definitely a Mega. Okay, and there's Megas on each team, so yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's look at team matchup. We have Arceus Ice, Groudon, Thundee, Silvally of an unknown typing, Goodra, and then Mega Mawile. Zeke's team is Mega Mewtwo X, Zygarde, 50%, regular Diancie, Zapdos, Scolipede, and Vaporeon. You can identify which of the bingo score belongs in my game. Heck yeah, you point it out when we get there. As for Mega Mewtwo X responses, they don't really exist on B-Town Brilliant's teams. The move Low Kick beats both of his Ubers, especially when it's coming off of a Mega Mewtwo X's Low Kick. Like a mixed Mega Mewtwo X, or even just, honestly, like physical based is really, really based. Like, it's really strong. I don't really know what Silvally typing he could go to deal with it. Maybe Silvally Psychic, like a defensive Silvally Psychic, could potentially kind of check a physical Mewtwo Y. I mean, Mewtwo X. I think I would go like mixed with like fire coverage or something like that. But we'll see. Also, honestly, I think Nasty Plot is also really good. If you want to go Nasty Plot Mewtwo X, that also works. There's too many Mewtwo X sets that really do really well in this game. He doesn't even really need the Psychic Stab. Side Strike is actually really good here too, though. So maybe I'd go like Nasty Plot 3 attacks. I'd go like Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Side Strike. I think that does really well, to be completely honest. I doubt we're getting useful weather here. Unless the Groudon's packing fire coverage, then maybe we can stretch and say like, Scolipede didn't die. I will totally calc that to see if I can get it. How's it going, Edward? Welcome. Why is there a non-Mega Diancie on my screen? Hey, regular D is a good mon. I like regular D. And if you have a Mega Mewtwo X, I think it's alright if you don't have a Mega D. So yeah, I think Mega Mewtwo X goes crazy. There is also not 1000 arrows resist in this game, so Zygarde is always scary when no arrows resist exists. And it finds free setup on that Thundee, which is really nice. It finds free setup on that Groudon too. That Groudon is probably likely pretty fat, being there is a Zygarde here, and there's realistically just not many checks to it on B-Town Brilliant's team. DNC is annoying. It gets up rocks. It checks Goodra, which is nice. Then we have Zapdos, which is solid enough at pivoting into Groudon, but it doesn't really do anything back. So I don't know if that helps too much. It's a decent pivot into Mawile. Vaporeon is more likely the Groudon check. Pretty darn fat and pretty annoying to kill in this matchup. And then we have Scolipede as well, which is, honestly, if I had to guess in this matchup, probably Spikes. I think Spikes like Stabs EQ is very annoying, or like a Toxic for the Groudon to catch it. That'd be really, really nice. Or like an Endeavor set, so there's plenty that Scolipede can do in this game that's very annoying. And if he can get up Spikes for that Mewtwo X, it's looking like it's kind of a wrap. There's Zygarde chips. Does he have a girlfriend? No, he plays Pokemon, Nico. How you doing, buddy? Nobody that plays this fucking game has a girlfriend. Are you kidding me? I've been watching the Manifest. What's that, bro? There are Zygarde checks? There are when you have a good grass type. Other than that, not really, no. But on B-Town Braylon's side, his matchup defensively is pretty ass. But Poggers indeed. His matchup defensively is pretty ass, but Arceus Ice has no counterplay. Like, Calm Mind, just Bolt Beam, or I guess Judgment Thunderbolt, actually just wins the game. Like, immediately. Groudon also doesn't have great counterplay, but I think it's going to be fatter, just because of that Zygarde. Maybe it's a bulk up set, something like that. Or just a fat toxic, like a sub-toxic Groudon, or like a toxic tech Groudon. Could actually be pretty darn nasty in this game. Thundee is good once the Zygarde goes down. Silvally, probably Silvally Psychic if I have to guess, just for the Mewtwo. Goodra, decent in this game. It's a bit passive for my liking. I don't know. I feel like Goodra never has fun just clicking a button, especially with Diancie sitting around there, and potentially your own son. nerfing that Surf. I mean, it could be Iron Tail, which is definitely something else to keep in mind. And then Mega Mawile is going to do Mega Mawile things. There's not a switch into Play Rough on this team. Everything dies to Play Rough, so that's something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into it. Again, keep an eye on the board for me, boys. Let me know. And we'll jump in. Can we count Cat Jam as annoying spectator? So really good lead. It was bulk up. Okay, sick. That's cool to see, but it's Toxic Zapdos, which is going to kind of neuter this thing pretty heavily. Edge is likely coming out here, so he goes hard Zygarde as he goes for a Heat Crash. That's interesting. And it's going to be leftovers. So I don't think that this thing... Oh, it's D-Claw. That actually bounces too. Zygarde's an ungodly fat Pokemon. There's a TV show on Netflix. Oh, okay, nice. And yeah, it's going to be able to chew the second Dragon Claw. And what, we're going to have an Arrows come out here. And while this Groudon was able to kind of push through the Zygarde, it's going to go down here, most likely. Good E-Speed to guarantee get that KO. Big Pressure's Place. He said, I'm not missing, friend. I'm not missing. Now, I will say that Zygarde going down is actually pretty good for Mr. B-Town. Because look at that Thundy. And look at this. Look at this endgame. If he gets chip on that Diancie, like an agility or like a double dance Thundy can go absolutely insane in this matchup. So that's something to keep in mind. And go absolutely crazy. Are we going to count that as Toxic Stall? I don't know if we count that as Toxic Stall. So I think I'm going to leave that. It goes for an Iron Head, unfortunately, right here. And I feel like that just doesn't make too much sense. I feel like Play Rough is always your click there because the hard Zapdos is much more likely. And Iron Head is resisted by Vaporeon and Zapdos. Whereas what does that Diancie do to you? Even if it stays in Earth Powers, it's absolutely bouncing. You're still a Mega Mawile, you know? Like, you can get a ridiculous amount with Play Rough or, like, you know, do 70% to this thing. So, that's definitely interesting for sure. I definitely would have clicked Play Rough, I think. But it still is 28, which is how strong this thing is. And it's definitely a defensive Zapdos. As out comes the RCSI's full well knowing a fire move can come out. So that's definitely interesting. Now, I am surprised that Zapdos didn't stay in and Toxic it. I guess you can't really, just because that Maw is still chilling. Drop a like, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, if you guys haven't dropped a like on the stream, I'd appreciate it a ton. If you're enjoying it so far, helps push us out to everybody else, so more people can come watch BBL with us. As this thing does Calm Mind, and that's not good. But this is going to be Toxic. That is Spadef Vaporeon. And this does not have Refresh anymore. If this was Refresh, this might be a wrap. But I'm surprised he wasn't sub to try and take advantage of this. I think sub Calm Mind could have been great here, or just waiting until his Vaporeon was chipped. He's just gonna wish again. And what, do you Thunderbolt here? I mean, you might be able to claim a KO here, but you lost both of your Ubers. Yeah, and then from here, this thing just protects. Even if you recover up, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's pretty tough, I won't lie. He lost, like, his two best forms of offense in breaking through this team. Now, obviously, out comes this. He's going to be able to Volt Switch, showing that it likely isn't a setup Thundy. I'd lose my mind if it was Nasty Plot Agility Volt Switch, but I think it would be funny. And once again, going for the Iron Head. Again, I feel like Play Rough is so unbelievably free in that situation, especially with a little bit of chip on it. It's going to, yeah, see, look how much that does. It's not roosting off the damages freely. So he's just going to Play Rough again, yeah, and he'll lose his 1v1. Now, obviously, he's risking getting static, but you are able to take out this Zapdos, which is nice. Now, again, I don't really see an endgame in sight here, like, at all. As we see the Thunders come in and harden an EQ. I think that's a smart play, because I don't think Z can ever afford to attack this thing. And we have some yellow magic, ladies and gent. Look at that. I appreciate you, Mid. I appreciate you. Why is he setting on the board? It's randomly generated every time. We have like a set of like 45 things that Marcus put down on a bingo board. And what do you call it? It just kind of randomly generates it each time. But we do have some yellow magic right there. Hold up. Where is it? Yellow magic. It's the first time we've gotten yellow magic, which is dope. Hold on. I just got at somewhere. I need to check. Sorry. Give me 1 second, gang. Okay. Deer always chooses to at me about, like, stuff when I'm super busy. It's hilarious. So out goes Thundy again. Oh, we have a double pair right here. Thundy doing Thundy things, pairing things, being annoying. And out comes this, and this is for sure telegraphing Sucker, but I don't think Zeke needs to play differently. Spikes would have been great there, but yeah. Now out comes the Mewtwo. It's going to Drain Punch. This is likely bulk up then. And in this situation, it's definitely better. It's Silvally Water, which is definitely interesting to see. I thought the Silvally Psychic would come as the Mega Mewtwo check, but Silvally Water comes instead, I guess, as like a Zygarde check. And if that's the case, then maybe letting your no, I guess your Groudon was already toxic anyways, and then Mega Mewtwo X is just going to clean this game. There's not really much it can do, or it's going to chip everything down in range of Diancie. In all honesty, so we'll see what happens. Out comes the Goodra, and the only issue here, yeah, is it lives toxic, so it doesn't really matter in this end game. So it was, yeah, it was GG. Mega Mewtwo X doing Mega Mewtwo X things. I feel like on the D-Ray he would only mess with me about BBR stuff when I was in calculus and making food. Sounds about right. I think this can count as toxic stall. He's pivoting around. We'll give it a toxic stall as well. Boom. There we go. Do we have anything else big? Let's scroll through and see if there's an annoying spectator. Does not look like there was an annoying spectator. Every single Pokemon gets a kill. Nope. Obscure Berry, no Mega. Type Reduction. We didn't have a Type Reduction Berry, did we? Have you just seen it pop? Nope. 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 Nope and nope. Yeah. So GG's Zeke. Zeke's gonna grab the first W and he's gonna get us 2 bingo squares. Okay. We have Orin Latios versus Strange Name next. With bad Pex being bad. So we'll see what we can do. And yeah. Okay, so we have Mega Luke, Coco, which is so fucking scary to switch into. Mega Luke Coco sounds unbelievably aged to build for and prepare for. The Vaporeon was toxic solid. Yeah, I guess the Vaporeon was wishing toxicing up. Yeah, that definitely counts on the Arceus Ice. We have Coco, Pert, Volcarona, Flygon, and Swoobat. Big Swoobat coming out. Wait, Big Swoobat can win this game for sure. Big Swoobat goes crazy in this game. Did the wall? Not really. I guess, hold on. Wouldn't we count, like, the Zygarde was that initial pivot into the Groudon. Would we count Zygarde not walling it? Your game? No. now I'm nervous for you, bro. Now I'm worried. Yeah, will we count that as the wall does not wall? Because, like, that Groudon, it was toxic and it went down to Zygarde, but I feel like it would have lost to it 1v1. Like, 100% of the time. And it did lose to it 1v1. It came in and switched in on it. So, honestly, I feel like that might be the wall does not wall. But that's just me. I'm going to click it now. You guys yell if you don't think so. I think you're right, Burgo. Oh, and the doc is updated for this week, by the way, if you want to look at standings and kill leaders. Gotcha, I'll do that after. Then we have, but back to the game. On Strange Name side, we have Pex, Zygarde Complete, Rillaboom, Terrakion, Heatran, and I'm assuming Mega Altaria, unless it's a regular Altaria, which would be funny. I'm pretty sure you have Mega Alt, though. Mega Luke, honestly, is pretty decently well dealt with. If he does find an opportunity to Swords Dance, it can be kind of scary, depending on the terrain. No, actually, it'll be Thunder Punch. So SD Close Combat Mash Thunder Punch is pretty good. I don't think you can fit Priority in this matchup, or you could just go for attacks. I think you kind of need SD for that Pex, though, to really push past it. Or you could be Nasty Plot Terrain Pulse if you think that you'll have that terrain option later on. You're basically guaranteed bringing a Scarf Ground type when you face Coco Lucario. Yeah, and it's extra tough when you have Zygarde, which is another thing that I mentioned is like he doesn't have good Coco response, which is scary. It's really Rillaboom is honestly the best Coco response, and even then you pepper with Dazzling Gleams. I feel like Gleam is so free versus his team. It's really scary because all the electric resists just get bought by Gleam. Pert, not too annoying. It's a good check to the Zygarde. It's a good check to the Heatran, and it is a good check to the Pex to an extent if you don't get burned. But obviously, there's stuff like Rillaboom and Alt and things like that to potentially deal with it. It's also a good check to Terrakion. So honestly, Fizz Pert isn't that bad. Even Rest Talk Pert really isn't that bad. Like, Earth Power Ice Beam goes pretty crazy, I will not lie. I think Earth Power Ice Beam, Rest Sleep Talk kind of just sits on this entire team minus the Rillaboom, which is definitely really, really nice. Volt can definitely win this game if the Heatran is eliminated, but obviously you have to eliminate Heatran before you win with Volk. Flygon is definitely an interesting bring. I don't necessarily know what Flygon does other than offering a Scarfer. That's faster than like +1 Zygarde and Alt. But if it's Earthquake, it's not going to want to click Earthquake very often if the terrain is up. And if it's Scarf, it's not really breaking through Pex in all honesty, which is something else to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure that unless he has Willow Volk, we have no status. Yeah, no status is to be clicked in a whole game, though, for that one. So we gotta keep that in mind. And Swoobat. The Swoo can definitely win, bro. Swoobat goes crazy in this game. Just Calm Mind, Grassy Seed, Stored Power. Game is over. That Heat Train is likely Roar. If I had to guess. Good prep on Strange Name's part would be Roar. So hopefully he's Roar. Now looking at the opposing team, Zygarde has very limited counterplay throughout the course of the game. All he has to do is force chip on that Swampert, which I think Swampert has a lot of pressure on it. That's why I mentioned Rest Talk. I think that Zygarde can definitely go crazy. Pex is really just here for that Lucario, and it can kind of designate itself to just checking that Lucario, because I think is very scary for Strange Name's team. Rillaboom is decent in this game. It's a decent Coco check. I think maybe like an AV set would actually be pretty solid here. Would definitely be pretty solid here in all honesty. Terrakion has very limited switch-ins as well. It's really limited the pert, and like I've said, if you can get the Swampert to switch in on the Terrakion, then you win with Zygarde later, which is definitely really, really nice. E-turn, very important here, and soft checking that Coco, and especially checking that Volcarona, which can get out of hand very fast. Otherwise, especially, yeah, it really can get really out of hand fast, and it can set up on a lot. But it does have pretty bad form moveset symptoms, so I'm actually pretty surprised he brought it. But regardless, he has to keep it healthy. And then also actually pretty decent. A DD ult can kind of win this game depending on the positioning and things like that. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we have Big Bert leading his Terrakion. Now, this is a pretty good lead because he isn't really forced to take that chip. He's actually going to pivot out into Flygon. So that tells me it's a defensive Flygon. That's very interesting. Out comes Pert again, and this is Cotton Guard Altaria. As an Ice Beam comes out, it's actually going to crit, which is very unfortunate. This is gonna, you know, turn this into a Roost War a little bit. We see this special ult, which is good to keep in mind. It's kind of fodder for that Volcarona. Now, I will say, while getting crit for sure sucks there, it's also good for you getting that 50% off on Swampert. Getting that 50% off on Swampert is so unbelievably nice. So Baneful Bunker from the pack is going to come out as Hard Flygon comes out. And Rillaboom is going to pivot into Flygon, as we see in Earth Power, so it is special Flygon, which is something to keep in mind. Not Life Orb, though. No boosting. So Big Draco is going to be Drizzopt, and then we're going to see a big U-turn, as that is Rocky Helmet defensive Flygon, for sure. Good positioning, though, because the ult's going to be able to come back in, get up a Roost. And, yeah, out comes Pert, and it's out here taking a bunch of damage, as it double crits the second time it has crit this ult. That is hilarious. What's up, buddy?
We're gonna go on the W.
Oh, okay. Okay. As we see another Ice Beam come out. Hold on, let's see. Fuck you, I'm sorry. Okay, do we have Assault? Ha ha ha. We Assault. So why not Roost? Wait, is it faster? Hold on. Well, I feel like the crit sucked, but you could have roosted that off if you were faster than Swampert. I feel like... Wait, was it slower than Pert? Crit. Then we see a Cotton Guard. Yeah, you're slower than Pert. Why are you slower than Pert? So, that's interesting. I know it sucks, obviously, losing that like that. But, why not just switch, you know? As Woodhammer's going to come out, Volk's in for free. Likely U-turn Volk in all honesty. It might not even be set up in this sense. As it's going to Roost up here. I'm surprised it didn't U-turn there, but not the biggest deal. As out comes the Flygon. Definitely an interesting switch on Ornladius' part. For like a Flash game was pretty darn free there, in all honesty. As Earth Power is going to come out on the hard Terrakion. That is definitely very interesting, but he doesn't have good switches this thing at this point anymore. Which is another reason why I was very surprised to see that happen. But you know. Gave him decent positioning. Coco's going to come out here. It's going to have a very free Volt Switch. There's Brave Bird. Okay, I have to know about that prep. That prep doesn't make sense to me. Sorry for being salty there. I was trying to revive my Mega Ult and they just crit my face. Yeah, the crit definitely sucked, for sure. I do wonder, though, why were you slower than Swampert? Are you minus speed? Or did you have no speed in it at all? Like, not, you know, accounting for, like, small creeps and stuff like that? I feel like you should have at least a little bit of speed in it for that sense. Maybe Scarf Pert. No, he's leftovers, right? I guess he hasn't shown if he's Scarfed or not. Scarf Pert would be super fucking sick. If that's the case, then that'd be super cool. Is that Hacks the WinCon? I guess we can ask, what do you call it? We can ask Strange Name. if that was the win con. If that was the win con, then that would for sure be Hacks the win con. So if that was his way of winning, then that's for sure Hacks the win con. I do have to ask, why Brave Bird on the Coco? I feel like Gleam is just better overall. Gleam plus U-turn. I feel like that's just overall so much better. And you don't need a Brave Bird to catch a Rillaboom. Wait, there's nothing on this team that Brave Bird hits better. You just Dazzling Gleam. Did it not have Dazzling Gleam? I think that's just not very good prep if he doesn't have Dazzling Gleam. I didn't see switch moves. I didn't see him switch moves either, you're right. And I thought it was leftovers, but I hovered over. That was just terrain recovery. But I'm very confused as to that Brave Bird bring. And even that click there, because the Rillaboom is at 12%, you know? It was Scarf Pert. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm super here for Scarf Pert. Hold on, do we have anything cool for that? That's super cool. He's probably Draver just for Rilla, I guess, but why not just U-turn and Dazzling Gleam around? And is there no Gleam on the Mon at all? Because if there's no Gleam, I don't know. I feel like that's very, very interessante. I'm super here for the Scarf thing. Oh, we could do Crit Matter at the very least. Crit did matter. Crit Matter. If it's Sash, nothing like that. Trying to see. Yeah. And now if we're gonna do things, Specs Gleam would do more, no? Even if it's not Specs, I feel like it just does, it's just overall better, you know? You're not wasting a Moose on Brave Bird where you can be like, you know, T-Bolt, Gleam, U-turn, 4th. With all honesty, using Rilla to check Coco, which is bad practice anyways. Yeah, you didn't have great Coco counterplay. I will say that. You just did not have good Coco counterplay. But I think Brave Bird didn't make too much sense. Was it a choice Coco? Interesting. Out comes the Pert, and it's gonna split turn, definitely revealing that Scarf. So now we found out what was going on. As out comes Big Swoo! This thing is going to Calm Mind here. And is going to click Stored Power, and I think that's the game, right? Oh, Hard Heatran, yeah. I think that's the game, unless this is Roartran. Charge Beam. It is Roar. So good prep. Good prep that it was Roartran. Good prep. You're better off going for Defog. So Thunderbolt's going to do a lot. It's going to trap the, it's going to do a lot to the Heatran as Magnestar comes out. Now, it's not going to show Protect. And it's going to go down here. Now, is this a choice Coco? It is a choice Coco. As out comes this Pert. And it's just going to click Ice Beam. This thing can't win with a DD yet. Even if it gets it to +2, it's going to Ice Beam. And oh my god, Zygarde's 8. And there's the freeze. Holy shit, it was weakness policy. That's Hacks the win con. That's absolutely brutal. That sucks. I will not lie. Wow. I think that won. Unless that was, did you have, no, I don't think it won unless he did not have anything. He did have Gleam, but not U-turn, I think. Yeah, see, I would just drop Brave Bird for U-turn. You chip that Rillaboom down in a range of Gleam eventually anyways, and you get free momentum on it. And I feel like that's just better overall, you know what I mean? But wow. So I gotta know, Orn, did you have, what do you call it? Bullet Punch, or Extreme Speed, or Vacuum Wave? Yeah, Bullet Punch? Okay, so it did not matter. Okay, so then it didn't matter. So I'm gonna have Hacks the win con. It still was the win con, for sure. That was the way his way of winning. I'm gonna have it. And was it non-Zygarde complete? As out comes this thing. And that's gonna be the first status of the game, which is so unfortunate too, but it do be like that sometimes. Out comes Big Swoo. Oh no, it missed! Big Swoo, he's getting a shot. He's just gonna miss 2 of them. Oh no. Stored Power, 19%. Lucario. And then he's gonna pivot out immediately. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's pretty funny. I will not lie. That 4 times the rock was just the best Terrakion switching in the world. As we're gonna see it come out, it's gonna Swords Dance in that Terrakion's goddamn face. As Baneful Burker is gonna come out, and Stone Edge is going to be clicked. Now, why Stone Edge? Is there something on the bench that I was missing? Was there something on the bench that I was missing? If Malt didn't get crit twice, this game would be Dashley. For sure, for sure. That's definitely fair. Baneful Bunker is gonna come out. Thunderbolt's gonna pop. It's just like Specs Coco. Terrakion's gonna die, and yeah, Coco should win this game eventually here, right? Because you have too many sacks. Or honestly, you're oh god, that is banded. Yeah, so you just go Volk here. You don't get 2 KO by this move. And then eventually you'll be able to burn. And if this was a, what do you call it? U-turn, he'd be chilling. Whoever's gonna pop, you just Psychic here. Moltres on the bench. Gotcha. So then wasn't Thunder Punch better? That wasn't complete chip. Chip. Yeah, that's definitely chip. Wasn't Thunder Punch better though? Because I feel like Thunder Punch at +2 nukes Moltres after a tiny bit of chip. I think Lucario just won. If it was Thunder Punch, I think it just had a chance to win. But let's see. We're gonna see that go down. Doesn't save any anything, and then the Gleam comes out. Yeah, see, so you didn't even need Brave Bird. You know what I mean? GG. So definitely an interesting one. Oh wait, do we have a fairy? We do have fairies on both sides. We have megas on both sides. Correct. Yep. And that's Zyger complete, even though it didn't pop. At this point, I just leave. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. That probably is. Bad purple mine. No, you're all good. Just oversight. Happens. Dub was acquired. Next we have Siebes versus Kraft. I'm gonna kind of zoom through the team breakdown area. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom through the boost. Will we count? Oh yeah, boost would totally count for the Zygarde. You're right. Boost. The Zygarde. I think you're scared of the Flame Body Burn. Yeah, I guess that's fair, but then you just don't beat Pex. So I don't know. Wiener. Thanks, Kurt. Why do you have mod in here? That's all you're gonna say when you join. I'm gonna speed up a little bit through the team recap kind of aspect of it because we were taking very long to get through this. So we're 30 minutes in. We've only watched like 2 or 3 games, and we still have. Yeah, we've only watched 2 games and we're 30 minutes in. So we're going to speed up a little bit. Yveltal has no switch-ins because it's Yveltal and his steel type, being his flying resist, is a Cobalion. So Yveltal has no switch-ins. Drill can win this endgame very easily. Realistically, it's probably like Sugar, Balloon, Cobalion for that. How's it going, Neshoba? Welcome, welcome. Oh wait, it's complete if we have no Uber. Yeah, we just need no Uber, right? Wait. It is complete, but it didn't get the complete off, so I don't think we can count that, unfortunately. As much as I would love to. Megalop, also very good in this game. Wow, what do you call it? Craft's defensive matchup is pretty garbage. Including his matchup against that G-Darm. So it might even be Helmet Cobalion instead of Balloon or Sugar. We might have had a useful weather here, no fair. I know, we're getting so close. We're just missing. No fairy? Oh, I thought you were saying no fair because we didn't have no... Okay, sick. Yeah, there is no fairy on either side. Wow, that's interesting. Cool, no fairy. There we go. Bingo. Not bingo, but 1 bingo acquired. Useful weather? Oh, yeah. I guess we could, yeah, because of the hippo. We might have it. So I guess it kind of just depends on if Drill does well, which I think Drill can do very well. Except that hippo's the sand center, which is not good. Mewtwo is Mewtwo, and it's broken, and it's going to do lots of damage, regardless of that Yveltal there. But the Yveltal is a very good check, so it might even be a fatter Yveltal just to check that thing. This is very interesting. And then Scarf Heracross endgame is very plausible. Like a Scarf Close Combat endgame, very, very plausible. Or even Megahorn. Megahorn, as soon as that Drill goes down and gets chipped in the Lop as well, can totally win. You help Seeds with this team? Let's go. Okay, let's go ahead and click. We have a Tentacle lead versus Yveltal lead. We're gonna see a knockoff, and that's a very good turn for, wait, that's a very, very good turn. Why am I forgetting he's playing for Kraft? Knocking off that thing's AV is so nice for your, Mewtwo chilling in the back. We will for sure take that. Choppleberry Crocodile comes out. Out comes the Hippowdon. And then we're going to see a Toxic Miss. And that is unfortunate. He is going to be able to get it off, probably later. I would assume they're going to trade rocks right here. And honest to God, I think that rocks for Kraft are so much more important than rocks for Siebes. With his Yveltal, with his boots gone and having a Darm, or just not being boots, he was Assault Vest, it makes it very, very annoying for him to pivot and run rocks, especially with a lot of his offense. Now, he obviously can spin with Drill in a little bit. You can send me the pace if you want. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So he can spin, but Crook can always get a rock scan later. Like, it doesn't just, like, objectively lose to it. Now, it isn't leftovers, and it is getting very chipped, which is not fun. I accidentally went, oopsie. We're going to see Heracross come out, and I believe that's a Roar that pops then, right? Yeah, so we're going to see a Roar. racking up all that hazard chip. But it is getting Intimidate shuffled a little bit, which is obviously pretty nice. We have seen no leftovers, so we'll see if it's Smooth Rock or not right here. And out comes the Air Balloon Cobalion, which again makes a ton of sense. Are we going to see a Volt Switch here? We're going to see an Iron Head pop, which is nice. And then are we going to see a Volt Switch here? I'd assume this thing is Volt Switch, right? No, out comes Tentacruel. Very interesting. Yellow Magic, there's some status. So we don't get no status today in this game, which is unfortunate. Tentacruel Shuka. Late, you're all good, Dolphy. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. We're going to see Acid Spray pop. Well, now, was this not Spin Tentacruel? That's interesting if it was not Spin. And Liquid Ooze, oh, man. That's just not a good play. I mean, it doesn't really matter because he realistically didn't lose that much HP at the end of the day. But that is tough. I will not lie. That is extremely tough. Now you're just even lower. And now comes the Mewtwo, and realistically, Mewtwo can kind of put in a pretty good amount of work. Now, this is Colbur for sure if it came in right here, right? Yeah, it is Colbur. See, I don't know if I would have Calm Minded there. I would have just claimed my KO. Oh, God, it's Calm Mind, Reflect, Recover, Mono Ice Beam. If it's Mono Ice Beam, the game might be over. Is this Mono Ice Beam? Wow, so he pivoted out, scouting for Toxic? Thunderwave. Lots of Thunderwave from Mr. Steves. He said, I am not losing to Mewtwo today. He's not losing to... Wait, hold on. Do we have Annoying Spectator? Hold on, what happened? I would get... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that's Ghost in the Game. That kind of counts as Annoying Spectator. I like your strange name. You're a good guy. But we can't just say people's sense in the game. Tentacruel was Shuka. Oh, did it already pop the Shuka? Oh, it was knocked off. You're right. So Reflect's up, which is nice. Oh, no, the Reflect's not up anymore. Oh, it is Mega Cross. As it's going to die here, as Darm does Darm things, because Flameless was very free there. Incredibly free, actually. As out comes the Noivern, and this Darm is essentially dead. It has one more switch in. But we'll see. We see a U-turn pop. That's not Boots Noivern, which is another thing to keep in mind. Very nice to know. And now out comes this Crocodile right here. And, yeah, can't you just click a button? No, he doubles on the Yveltal coming in at 26%, and this thing should die. Now, if I'm Siebes, I'm probably suckering if I have it, just to break that thing's balloon, so that my drill can go crazy, but it does not. I'm going to see another Iron Head. We're going to see a flinch. Can he get another one? You just need one more, man. You just need one more. Nope. And it's Slack off. So that's very, very unfortunate. Strange was kind of ghosting. Colbur Mewtwo was popped. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I know it was popped. So I guess that is Resistant Fairy. You're right. Good catch. What I was saying earlier, though, was I don't know if I would have Calm Minded there. I probably would have just Ice Beamed and tried to kill it. You know what I mean? That probably would have been just a little better. Oh, there's the team from Virgo. Hold up. So it was really split after the Yveltal to check that Mewtwo, which again makes sense. Then we have Smooth Rock Hippo. Oh, and then it's walled by that Cobalion, which is good to know. We have Life Orb Drill, which goes absolutely crazy if it just gets one. As soon as this Cobalion's balloon gets popped, it wins the game, like immediately. We have Expanding Force, Slow King Galar. Was there some terrain on the other side? There was, I think. Sludge Wave, Slack Off, Thunder Wave. That's cool. Pop Last Resort, which also just wins the game at this point, and then Scarf Darm. So I like this team a lot. I think he's going to win this endgame, right? I'm pretty sure this endgame should be his. Excuse me. Blech. Okay. Did my music die? My music did die. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Music died. Oh, and I'm attending a wedding in a minute. At the moment, if you can't brew, can you send Owen my team when it's my turn? Thanks. Have fun at the wedding. Sorry if I became... No, you're all good, Edward. No, I appreciate you, if anything, keeping up on the bingo for me. It's really hard for me to remember it. No, you're completely fine, man. Don't feel annoying for that. I actually really appreciate it. Like 100% really appreciate it. Let me find something to listen to though. Yeah. Do not trip at all, my friend. Yeah. You Cobalt gone to one flop. Yes, that's true. Yeah, because it can just succeed and Pop just doesn't do enough damage. He needs at least a good amount of chip on it, like an Expanding Force on it, and we get a crit No flinch. Oh, thank God he slacked off that turn. That would have been tough. But honest to God, all he needs to do, just attack it. No, see, like that turn was needless. He needed to just Iron Head it. I mean, he just needed to Expanding Force, because worst comes to worst, just pivot out and get your regen back. Break this thing's balloon, and you win, right? You can also go hard into your Hippowdon and deal with this thing now. So, isn't breaking this thing balloon your best play? I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. As it finally attacks, and it Sludge Waves. See, I don't get it. Attack the Cobalion. Just attack what's in front of you. I feel like that just doesn't make any sense, you know? Just attack the Cobalion. Break its balloon. Expanding Force works outside of the terrain. So maybe he doesn't know it doesn't work outside of the terrain? I don't know. I feel like that's all he has to do. So we're going to see an Earthquake pop here. This thing, it can try and get healthy. It's going to be choked because of Toxic regardless. But it should probably slack off twice into Earthquaking and killing this thing. And then it can pivot out and be saved afterwards. Yeah, so you should definitely just attack it this turn. Out goes hard Lopunny. Never mind. We go hard Lopunny. So we're gonna see a Power Punch. And if this is Power Punch last resort, this Noivern's going to die and Cobalion can come in. But it's also likely Scarf, which is something else to keep in mind. Music is a tad loud. Gotcha. Thank you. Imagine being mono poison so far. And now Thunder Wave pops, which is again really nice. He doesn't even need sand anymore. Nah, he does. He does definitely need sand. Just break the balloon. Just break the balloon. Just break the balloon. Please, dear God, just break the balloon. Please. Thank God. Oh my God. Praise the Lord. He broke the balloon. Now you just Expanding Force it again, and now you win with Lop, right? We're close to it. That Noivern can get scary too. I would keep this around if I could. Expanding Force is going to pop. It's going to finally knock out this Cobalion. And hopefully we're in a good spot. We're going to see. Out comes Noivern, which is definitely interesting. Draco's going to pop. Down goes the Hippo, so I guess it's a good calculated sack. Keeping the thing around from the Mewtwo is still very nice. And then out comes Drill, and the game is over. It was Scarf Noivern, which is good to know. And the game is over with Drill here. Drill should just clean up. It's a Life Orb. This Mewtwo for sure dies from, what, 60%? Yeah, it is a Life Orb Earthquake range. The balloon is gone. The balloon is indeed gone. So, oh wow, that actually did not kill. That was a really fat Mewtwo. I'm assuming, what do you call it? I'm assuming, Mewtwo was Mono Ice Beam, which I do like that set a lot. I think that set could have totally won the game if it wasn't T-Wave, Slowking. So that was a very good bring on Sieb's end. I think that was still a very good bring. But, yeah, regardless, GG's to both of them. Did we get anything else on this? Obscure Berry, no. Circle, no. Five Fade, nope. I don't think we did. I think we're fine. Alright, next game. We've watched 3 games so far. We have a lot of videos. So, let's go to the next one. We have Charlie versus Mop of Justice. Xerneas is actually very well checked in this matchup by the Aegislash, and might be physical Zern in this matchup, to be completely honest. Between Ho-Oh and Aegislash, Zern doesn't do the most, in all honesty. But it can be like Rock Slide plus Night Slash, I believe. And then like Play Rough, Close Combat, like 4 attacks, just physical. Because it has the same physical attack set, so I would bring physical Zern in this matchup. Latios, same thing, has tough pivots around, but it could be Calm Mind, it could be, like Specs is also very annoying for him to pivot around throughout the course of a game. Or Calm Mind is just a great win con, in all honesty. Conk is a great way of holding that Greninja at bay, a great way of breaking through that Licky for the rest of the team. Umbreon is a pretty solid Ashgren check, and I believe this is Ashgren on this team. I'm pretty sure this is Ashgren. Blastoise is a decent Ho-Oh check. To an extent, though, Ho-Oh can probably beat a 1v1 in most scenarios. And then Victini is going to do Victini things. It's likely going to be physical in this matchup, I'd have to assume. Maybe not choice, but definitely physical for sure. Oh, Useful Weather? Oh, yeah, that is Useful Weather. You're right. You're right. Good call, good call. Have we had a wheelchair yet? Hold on. Did we have a wheelchair? Did we count? That was a 5-0, right? With Orin and Strange Name? Correct? or Mewtwo just recovers all the life orb damage. It could, but it's also risking a crit, and I think it was doing more than 50%, so eventually he would have gone down. I think he like had 2 more turns before it went down, and I don't think he could have won, so I don't think that was too bad. But Ho-Oh has no switch-ins. Ho-Oh is actually crazy in this game. I think like a Banded Ho-Oh if he feels comfortable in keeping away rocks, and there's actually no rocks on this team. So if he's Banded Ho-Oh, I think that Mob Justice can go absolutely crazy in this game. The second guy doesn't have a Mega. Doesn't have a Mega, you're right. You don't count Ashgren either. And I don't think Charlie does either. That's not Mega Latios. There's no Mega on either side. Let's go. No Mega. There we go. We're getting pretty close getting something. We might get some. So we get 5-head player, something dies to hazards. We're chilling. There's no rocks on either side, which is something to keep in mind. There's absolutely no rocks. Aegislash is pretty okay. Like an SD Aegislash can be a very scary endgame if he can chip down the Blastoise. Ironhead, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat. Swords Dance. That's all you need. Now, that kind of limits how you use it defensively, but SD Aegislash can for sure win. So that's something to keep in mind. Ashgren has very limited counterplay. It's just that Umbreon. And if that Umbreon can get chipped, or if we get up spikes and chips it down in the range of 2 pumps, he's chilling in a really good position, actually. Or if he can just U-turn on it coming in and then put it in range of 2 pumps or something like that. But he doesn't have a lot to initially pressure outside of Selgor. Selgor can also set spikes, which is really nice for this team. Rotom is a decent pivot into things like Blastoise and Victini. And Licky is probably here for Zern. I don't know why Licky's here. I feel like Licky's very passive in this matchup, for sure. Just give me 1 second before we press play. And if you guys haven't already, I would implore you, if you want to drop a like on stream, you know, it obviously helps push me out, so other people can come hang out with us. Mega Turtle? I don't think it's Mega Turtle. I don't think it's Mega Turtle. We'll see. If it is Mega Turtle, I will undo it. But I don't think it is. So we'll see. Don't is Axel. What bond does this team have Axel? That was mean. Bonkonga Hoogs. I don't know. We're going to see a U-turn from the Victini as the Ho-Oh is out. Hard Rotom was definitely interesting, because still Bolt Strike would have done a chunk. As we're going to see Specs Latios, like I said, doing 47% of the Aegislash. So if that thing was Swords Dance, it is no longer doing enough damage anymore after this. As Close Combat is going to do a ridiculous amount to that Blastoise, it is leftover, so it is not Swords Dance. I mean, Megastoise, which is awesome. So we'll take that. Out goes Latios again, and Specs Draco time, baby. 69%, which is super nice. Is that a roll to potentially kill this thing? Regardless, you go into Kong for free. I think that's fine. And you just knock off, right? This claims a KO as well. Yeah, knock off. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. You can just knock off this thing again. What does it do back to you? Just knock off. Or Close Combat. Hard Rotom, which would have for sure died to Close Combat. Or Drain Punch. Or gotten to it KO'd. As he Volt Switches, a little bit of an overplay. As a Close Combat's going to come out. But now you just knock off again. I wonder if he has enough speed for this thing. Or if the Aegislash has enough speed, vice versa. As King Shield is going to pop. It's King Shield without leftovers, which is another interesting aspect to this. As we're going to see a Toxic pop from this Blastoise. As probably a Scald this next turn. Expecting it to stay in. We do get a Burn, which is pretty much the end of this Aegislash. That was a big threat. I'm surprised it was King Shield, not like SD3 attacks. But not too big of a deal. We're going to see a King Shield right here. Big flip turn. I don't know if flip turn has to play there, but not the biggest deal in the world. Scald pops, and down goes the AG. And this Blastoise is still very healthy. Incredibly healthy, actually. Umbreon's going to come out. Shadow Ball is definitely an interesting play. I guess expecting a Latios, but in that sense, aren't you better off just Volt Switching and getting out into a Latios breaker? I feel like that's the case. We're going to see Pain Split, though, so this thing's going to get very healthy again, which is annoying, but again, not the biggest deal in the world. This doesn't do anything, because now Toxic comes out, yeah. So we know this thing's moveset. It's Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Pain Split, Shadow Ball, which is interesting, as it just gets Toxic, and things are looking tough. If people stop running Scald Toxic, I think Scald Toxic is fine. Is that for sure Banded Ho-Oh? I feel like that has to be Banded Ho-Oh. That did 58. 56. That's doing so much damage. But this beats it 1v1. Unless it's not Protect. Yeah, it is Protect. Cool. So, I don't think that's... I feel like that is Banded Ho-Oh, so I think I called that right. This Pokemon cannot be beat, by the way. He actually does not have anything to break through this Pokemon. Like he's gonna come out. This thing is just going to get Toxic. And out comes this, and he wishes up the conch, which is definitely fair. Blastoise comes out, and this Solo is going to claim a KO, but it's going to get chipped down. Out comes this thing, it's going to Bolt Strike, then we see a Pain Split pop, and now the Umbreon just wishes up again, and it's just kind of repeating the same process. Toxic comes out, we're going to see it's SD Licky, which I am always a big fan of SD Licky, but that makes the Foul Play do even more. Then you just Protect here, and then you Foul Play this next turn, and now it's gone. So Umbreon is on a kill streak, ladies and gents. That was Throat Spray of Salgore. It does not kill with 2, which is good to know. We're going to see no 2-hit KO from the Gren right there. And from here, I'm pretty sure Umbreon just wins. Right? I'm pretty sure this might be the wheelchair game. It is Calm Mind, so I'm surprised to see that. Is it Thunder? That was Scarf Ho-Oh. Interesting, that's Scarf Ho-Oh. No, it wasn't banned, it's just like Scarf Animate. I think about Scarf last week, too. I think I'm going to count this as a wheelchair, because I think he could have preserved if he was just very nice. I think the Umbreon just made this Omega AIDS. Yeah, I think that counts as a wheelchair. Very good, well-played game by Charlie. I guess Calm Mind was good in this instead of Thunderbolt. If you felt comfortable in breaking down the Age Slash, because Night Slash wasn't doing that much either, so Calm Mind is fine, I think. And you can push through things with Moonblast and things like that, so honestly, I think that's fine. And I think I am going to count that as a wheelchair. That's a pretty big body bag, I will not lie to you. I will not lie to you. Alright, next game. We have Lucas's last game of the league. So hopefully we get a good one out of him and Lacanus. I was actually excited when I saw that they played each other. So we have Lucas versus Lacanus. We have Mega Gengar, Slowbro, Torn, Comfey, Garchomp. And Ferrothorn versus Mega Mewtwo Y, Vikavolt, Blissey, Hydreigon, Azumarill, and Landorus. Garchomp kills all the Pokemon. Mega Mewtwo Y kills all of the Pokemon. So we'll see who out offenses who. Also, Mega Gengar out offenses all the Pokemon. It's probably going to be Scarf Hydra. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't Scarf Hydra. We'll see, though. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, no more long-winded team breakdowns. Is LCMon possible? Did someone draft that? Someone probably drafted an SDmon. So, Lucas understood the same thing I did, in the sense that SD Garchomp can just raw win the game immediately as he gets 4 hits, knocks out the Vikavolt, does not have to deal with webs, and can now kind of click a button. Landorus Therian is going to come out. It has to intimidate. There's no way Azumarill kills from there, but that's a very good pivot going out into the Azumarill afterwards. Do we want to call that a 5-head play? I feel like that's low-key 5-head. It was Protective Paths, which makes sense. Crit's going to kill, and it was Life Orb, so it's going to go down the turn afterwards. So great use of it as a breaker, for sure. I am going to count that as a 5-head play, because I think that was a good play. Hold on. Where is it? As we're going to see an Ice Beam pop right here. Where's the 5-head play? There's a 5-head play. We just need something to dash to hazards, and we got bingo. We got bingo. Time to take notes. As we are going to teleport, Mewtwo is going to come out, and Mewtwo coming in for free is never a good time for the opponent. As Nasty Plot comes out, and what in the world switches into a +2 Mega Mewtwo Y? Nothing. Flamethrower probably kills. It fucking killed through Akka. That is insane. I feel like the game is over. It lived on 1. Okay, that's big. We see a burn. That might save him. Side Strike's gonna pop. Slowbro is going to go down. I still think that this thing loses. I feel like he just loses to Mega Mewtwo Y. Side Strike. Dead. Yeah, I think that this thing is just broken. He just couldn't allow it to Nasty Plot. He had a really bad Mega Mewtwo Y matchup. Side Strike's gonna pop. Wow. Did I cover Dashing versus Pinorski yet? I did not know. And then Comfey is going to come out. We're going to see a Draining Kiss. It does not kill because Mega Mewtwo Y is fat as hell. And then that goes down right there. Wow, that was interesting. That was, Lucas didn't play that game bad at all. I just think he, he just got smashed by that. Technically, I could just have GG. I could have GG. Okay, 1 second. I do have to go check why my dogs are losing their goddamn minds right now really quick. I will be right back. Don't wait up for me. Oh, no, do wait up for me. Please, I'll be back. I'm just kidding. That was the wrong thing to say. Don't leave. Oh, we're back. Nishoba, did you take over in Silvally for Lucas? Are you his replacement? I see you saying game ends by turn 16. Hold on, yeah, I think you're right. You're right. That's the first time we've gotten that one. So we need no status too. That could also get us a bingo. Oh wait, we have bingo! We have bingo! Bingo! Let's go! We got bingo! We could get triple bingo in this, by the way. Triple bingo would be crazy. Yeah, we have bingo right there. Game ends in 16. Dude. Edward, you absolute beast. Thank you. Good game by Lackins, though. Absolute body bag. Absolute body bag. It's about as good as it gets. Okay. Next, we have Smat versus Hawados. We have Dragapult, Thundy T, Buzzwole, Mandibuzz, Solgaleo, Mega Diancie against Arceus Stark, Mega Gallade, Scizor, Milotic, Blitzscore, and Togekiss. All that good stuff. Yeah, I missed replacement. Nice, good luck. I'm looking forward to watching your games that start next week. But yeah, we have a pretty scary matchup here. It looks like Dragapult can be really solid in this game, provided he can U-turn and keep momentum on that Arceus Dark. Endgame specs, Shadow Ball is pretty free, which is definitely nice. If not for the Scarborough, we had triple bingo. I know. Thundy also goes pretty crazy, my Gliscor, but Gliscor is really hard for Hawados to break, so that's something else to keep in mind. He realistically doesn't deal with it super well at all. It's just the Buzzwole, and that's assuming that it's not flying move Gliscor. So, we gotta be careful about that. I apologize if you can hear Aegon barking in the background. He is going absolutely crazy at someone outside. He's not like someone out there. Arceus Dark does Arceus Dark things in this game. If it's like Calm Mind, Judgment, Thunderbolt, it can go pretty crazy, provided things get chipped down. What games are left? Wait, what happened? You marched up both? Under 16 bingo? I didn't see you, Kirby. My bad. No, he's fine. He's just barking out the window. I just checked on him. There's nobody here. No axe murders. No axe murders. Is there, this is where someone starts playing We Are the Champions 100%. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. We have a lead Arceus Dark, which is definitely interesting. Out comes the lead Thundy. Free Toxic Orb for the Gliscor being activated, which is, again, really nice. Rocks are going to go up. This Mandibuzz is indeed not faster than the Gliscor. We see a Rock Slide pop. Interesting. That's going to do absolutely nothing to this thing. We get a flinch here, and then likely, yeah, Hard Scissor, which is definitely interesting as well. I wonder if this thing is Swords Dance. If it is, I hope not, because we just had a Foul Play pop. And then what? We can have a U-turn come out here. Now, the Scizor is essentially dead. And it's not going to do well in this 1v1. It's one crit away from just dying. So this is a pretty tough position for Smat, isn't it? I'm pretty sure this is a pretty tough position for him. You can wait so you can hug your dog. No, I definitely gave him a hug. Don't you worry. He does not deal with his Mandibuzz very well. It's something I'm noticing. I hope this isn't toxic. He's pivoting, scouting for the toxic, because that's smart. This thing is just clicking taunt, basically. He's really scouting for that toxic. He does not want to get toxic at all. So that's definitely very interesting. It's not defog, so that's for sure. We see a Baton Pass pop. My Lodic's going to come out for free on the Solgaleo. As it's Calm Mind Solgaleo. That is fire. Hold on. Hold on. It is Meteor Beam Solgaleo. What is happening? Mudshot? What's happening? Thunderbolt? Hold on. Arceus Dark. I mean, this is going to force it out, but that was cool. That was Calm Mind Solgaleo. No way. And now this thing's in range of like a +1 attack, I think. Flash Cannon. Now, yeah, it's just dead. So Calm Mind Flash Cannon, actually, Judgment is actually pretty solid. I won't lie to you at all. Togekiss is going to come out. It's going to stop this Buzzwole from really doing anything. Good Ice Punch prediction. That did a good chunk, to be completely honest. But we're likely going to see a Hard Scissor. Okay, I'm very interested as to why no Baton Pass. We saw there was a Baton Pass. Maybe he's scared of Scarf. I suppose he's scared of Scarf Buzzwole. Never mind, that makes sense. He's scouting for Scarf, and maybe he did not creep Scarf Buzzwole. So that makes sense. I also don't want Toxic. Yeah, I guess we don't want Toxic because of the bingo board. We're getting pretty close. You see a big U-turn come out here. Free Arceus Dark, which means pretty much free KO, right? This thing is for sure Toxic, right? There's no way it's not Toxic. He's scouting for it again. It does not click Toxic, so the dream is alive, ladies and gents. Thundy's gonna come out. It's going to take that Rocks chip. We're gonna see a Roost here. So this likely isn't Scarf. It's just Baton Pass for momentum. So he's not Scarf Togekiss. He's just trying to deal with it. And we see Rain Dance, Weather Ball, Thundy. That is cool. That is definitely very cool. I will not lie. Good prep. That's pretty darn cool. Just to deal with that Gliscor, because Gliscor is a bit of an issue. Now, obviously, he can just switch, you know? I feel like at this point, you know. Oh, and then the Thunder helped him out. No way. The Thunder helped him out because of the rain. That's hella funny. Don't get the para, dude. Don't get the para. Come on. You're rooting our bingo if you get the para. Calm mind. Calm mind, brother. You don't have calm mind? I hate to hear. I hate to hear. We don't have any... Oh, wow. That did nothing. We're going to see a taunt come out from this Mandibuzz. Now it's very chipped, though, and it's 2 flinches away from losing. But this thing should always lose, right? If it's not toxic, it should always lose to this thing. As out here comes another Dazzling Gleam. Now the Silvally, I believe, is in range of rocks. We still have a Gliscor chilling at full. That Flash Cannon created nice, but yeah, and it's going to go down because it's actually slower on the Gliscor. So that's awful. That Pokemon just did not die in this endgame. But we're going to see Mega Gallade come out, knock out this thing. And Mega Gallade is obviously very solid in this endgame as well. The only scary thing is this Dragon Ball might just win the game. Right? Yeah, and it's Hex Wisp. That's scary. You just Gleam here, right? You're forced into a Gleam turn. As Thundy's going to attack here. And now you have to give one to Thundy. And I don't know if that was the sack. I guess you still have Arceus Dark for the Dragapult. But good lord, that's a little scary. Now, if this is SD Sneak, it should win the game here, provided it does not get paired. It does. The Wisp stopped our triple bingo from happening. Now, out comes the pull. Shadow Sneak is for sure going to come out. It is Cassib, so that's very good prep on Hawados' end. Very solid prep, for sure. We're going to see a U-turn pop. And then I don't think that there's really a way he can beat this if it's Calm Mind. Now, if it's Calm Mind, he's in a good spot. Or if he gets a pair here. Oh, and he Judgmented. That wasn't good. No, because Buzzwole wins. Buzzwole wins. I think Hawados positioned well. Actually, yeah, I'm wrong. It's Scarf, and that's going to be the game. I guess it didn't matter. He just didn't want it to get out of hand or start subbing or something like that, so. Sounds like dog, except it's not an annoying chihuahua, which I still love having around anyways. No worries. Oh, wait. For we can't win. Yep. Unfortunately. But, yeah, unfortunate. Very good positioning, though, by Hawados. That game was looking tough for him for a little bit there. I will not lie. I thought he was going to lose to Arceus Dark eventually. But he's able to position that Buzzwole very well. And Scarf actually came up clutch in this game, which I didn't think it would be at all. So that's definitely very, very nice. 1 second. One of my dogs outside barking. She wants in. Okay. We have one more game, but I will be right back because, again, I'm going to try and get him to stop barking. 1 sec. So I figured out the root of the problem. Our neighbor is mowing his lawn in the front yard, and Aegon does not like that. This isn't the puppy that was barking in the front yard. She was the one that was barking in the backyard. Oh, nice Naomi. Say hi to the stream, Chanel. You don't want to. I have something for this game? Okay. Let's hear it. I'm going to bed at 3 a.m. See you next stream. I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us, Casper. Thank you. I appreciate you coming out with us. The matchup. Panorska. The matchup and Panorska. His team and how he's been playing. Did you make him a fucking PowerPoint? Hold on. Okay, we gotta look at this. How long is it? That's hilarious. And we have the team too. I'm so glad we saved this one for the end. If he didn't win, I'm going to lose my mind. So, I'm not going to look at the team yet. Cute doggo, I appreciate it. Thank you. And she appreciates it as well. Hush no. Okay. So, the matchup of Bajorska, his team and how he's been playing. Here's the matchup. Dude, this is awesome. This is so funny. First on his draft, very fast-paced offense. Solid bulk consists of Mew and Feeny, Seal. However, all three can be offensive. Bad removal, only default being Feeny and Mew. Using hazard setters and Neolego on Mew, though of any kind, they'll likely have to be suicide leads. Judging by the way he's been bringing an offensive team with little to no setup, so expect Life Orb and choice items. This is fucking awesome. 38 slides? Well, we're going through the whole thing. I'm just going to zoom through them. The team I think he's going to bring. Please note, I could be totally wrong with this. You think he's going to go Life Orb, Sash, Lefties, Scarf, and Spadef Selly. Okay. Warning. Note that these are very rough EV spreads and movesets, and I think he'll bring. That doesn't mean that he'll bring any of these 6. The matchup is very broad for him in terms of what he could bring versus you. Power prep support. Dude, I'm Burgo. Next, I'm gonna captain next class just so I can draft you as team support. Zeraora. His most likely lead will be played as a breaker. Plasma is spammable versus you. Knock for Queen to get rid of items in general. CC is also spammable, the best way to touch your Zard. Volt switch for Momentum. This will be his move turn 1 if he leads with Zera. Item could also be Extra Belt. Eevee's speed for Jolly Marsh, max attack, rest and bulk. You didn't have that Life Orb number in HP, brother. His other possible lead. If this is not his lead, expect Life Orb or Specs. If this is his lead, he's either setting up turn 1 or attacking what's in front of him. Dark Pulse is very stable versus you, Steam is Plasma Fist. Psychic for Martian Queen, Sludge for Clef. I'll have to play very aggressive versus this. Eevee's speed for Jolly Zarude, since Lost Sash, and no need to creep Marsh or Starmie. Max special attack, rest and bulk. You're crazy with it. This is fucking awesome. This is really 38 slides, isn't it? Zombie says his main break for the matchup. He'll play this aggressively. I expect him to try and make predictions with this Pokemon, so he won't always attack what's in front of him. Bulk could be annoying for you, but you'll need Chip to kill this off. CC hits your entire draft. Psychic Fangs for Nito and Marshall. Play rough could be the same. Come the same way to Oko. Marsh Fangs doesn't do it guaranteed, but the Mooselock could be Wild Charge for Corvi. Ironhead for Clef. Eevee's for Jolly Marsh, max attack, Rex, and bulk. You need that Life Orb number. He uses his Mon to pivot between breakers. His main Marshall and Zard switching. You can shoot this down easily. Moonblast could also be Draining Kiss. Taunt to shut down Corvi, Clef, and Lax. Haste to stop setup from Zard, Marsh, Corvi, Clef, and Lax. You switch into this. Eevee's defense for Marsh and Zard. Don't go expect full defense. Probably enough to take 2 poison jabs from Marsh. He could also run some speed 2 for Nidoqueen and Corviknight. Did you miss your game? You did miss your game. You're the first game of the stream, Zeke, if you wanted to rewind all the way to the front. Can you do this for my teams? Me too, Burgo. Shit. This will be his main defensive background. Leech Protect might be annoying. Air Slash is good neutral coverage versus you. Flamethrowers for Corvi. Main setup target for Marshadow. For your Marshadow. Spadef for Clef, Needle, Starmie, and Cryo. Probably max defense. Probably run defense tickets from Wax and March. Neolego. More than likely will be his win con. If he chips your team enough, he can lock himself into one move and win the game. I expect him to bring this in as soon as he finds out you're not running much defensive counterplay. Sludge is also spammable versus you. Foul play to smack his Marshadow and Zard. Special attack, boosting speed boost. Speed for Zard, max special attack, rest and bulk. Panorska, very good player. Plays aggressively. Aggressive player plus offensive draft. How he's been playing? Week 1! You went and scouted this man? You went and scouted this man? Holy shit. That's hella funny. Turn 1 setup. He went for game because his opponent had no switch into Spectre. Played overly aggressive, applied offensive pressure in the entire game. Didn't scout for sets before setting up or attacking. Week 2. Turn 1 setup again. Once again, didn't even scout for coverage. You called him very good. Then you say this? Oh my god. This is how Owen would do his teams if he didn't speak into a microphone for a living. Played defensively when his opponent started to apply pressure. Stopped making big predictions. Had to play his Zomba defensively to swing momentum into his favor. Your team. Every set broken down move by move, spread by spread. Marshadow bulky office, weak Marshadow is a win-win con. You've been playing HO, so you can't get defensively in this game where you'll get overwhelmed. You're gonna have to bring some unexpected sets to catch Panorska off guard. Sorry, I'm moving a little bit. so I can get the puppy all situated. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. No, I'm not, because then you guys can't see me. This is so funny. He does it for week 3 now. Imagine if it's a playoff game. I know this is week 3 of BBL Silvally, and this shit is happening. You're gonna have to bring some unexpected. Self-selection gonna make a difference in this game. Getting them up will be necessary. Your team. Oh, look at that! Look at the EV spreads. Oh my god. Your team, Marshadow. That is weakness policy. 5 EV Marshadow. Auto wins if it gets a bulk up plus weakness poly. You do not bring this in unless you've chipped his team. You need to Shadow Sneak. You need Shadow Sneak to revenge kill something. Before you can bring this on, scout for items such as Resist Barriers on Spectre, Dark Ray, or Mew, as well as Choice Scarves. Also, identify his defensive investment on Feeny and Steela. Sets up on his bulky mounts, Feeny and Steela. Mew could also be a setup target as long as it doesn't have Will-O-Wisp. After you set up, you'll click Shadow Streak most of the time. Weakness policy can be proc versus Zera, Zama, Darkrai, Lego, Mew, Feeny, and Celesteela. This is some Brody P. Me Week 4 type shit. This is how I build my playoff teams. You better have like 87 championships, brother. Hold on, let me put Snowy on the bed. Here goes Snow. Just so I can sit. My back hurts when you sit like that, Snow. Okay, hold on, let me get back in front. Spectral Thief is super spam version of him. His only resistance Dark Ray that gets bought by Drain Punch. You're mainly clicking Drain Punch for the recovery it provides, and that is because having extra bits of health could allow you to set up another bulk up. As I said before, after setting a bulk up or getting your weakness policy proc, you're clicking Shadow Sneak versus everything except for Feeny, Steela, Darkrai, and Mew. You can set up bulk ups forced switch-ins as well as in front of Steela and Lego. You'll need a bulk up to boost to 1v1 his Zeraora and Zamazenta. What the fucking... Yeah, this is amazing. Love your EV optimization. Let's go. Calx. And then we have the Calx! Look at that, we're chewing! We are absolutely chewing. Good lord. He has the Calx and everything ready to go. Adamant at +1. Oh my god. I'm not gonna look at the Calx. Do we have to do this? You don't have to. But it's funny. Hold on. I need to like move this over a little bit. Let me try and find it. Whichever we're on. Window cap 2. Let's move this right here. There we go. We'll move it back afterwards. There we go. We're still on some calcs. Look, Adamant at +3. Oh my god, it kills all the mons, bro. Let's look at VGC prep sheet. I don't even prep this hard for championship games. We were not losing to Panorska. Did Panorska, like, kick your dog or something, bro? Did Panorska kick your dog? Or did he, like, say your mom smells like shit? Because you have a vendetta against him after helping Dashing this much. Oh my god, this is hilarious. I love this. This is probably my favorite thing this year. I'm so glad we saved this for last. We're still looking at Marshadow EVs and Calcs. Nido Queen. There we go. Your main pivot is Zamazera and Neolego. This Pokemon wants to take a hit or two and then deal damage back. You need Rocks for the Marshadow endgame. Payapa allows you to live a CC into Psychic Fangs from Life Orb Zama after Rocks. Super Fang is really nice to chip him down for March and Starmie. Earth Power Spammable, Thunderbolt for Celesteela. Free. This one, a little bit more self-explanatory. Zard, bulky pivot. Your backup Zeraora switching can take 2 Life Orb Adamant Plasma Fists. Your main answer is Celesteela. You can go Zard every time you bring Silly onto the field. Mega Evolve as soon as possible. Blitz is spammable versus him. Watch out for recoil though. Thunder Punch is mainly for Feeny. Swords Dance is there in case you need to set to force switch-ins and damage on things like Feeny, Mew, Silly, and Camerupt. I do like Swords Dance a lot. Swords Dance is good. If Pino 6-0'd you retire. I don't think I've ever prepped this hard. I'm just like this. I have definitely prepped this hard for games. I will not lie. I'd be lying through my teeth if I said I didn't prep hard for this game. There's so many games I've prepped hard as this for. Zard Calx. Wow, Zero's strong. Wait, but that's close combat. I don't get it. Hold on, I don't get it. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need to. The maximum I did with 2 hour stretch for a final. Yeah, I have prepped for like weeks for a game or like a week. Choice Scarf, Starmie, your lead. Flip turn 1 versus everything. Click Psychic if you lead Suzama. Revenge kills everything. Hydra has a chance to do KO his entire roster except for Feeny, Mew, and Silly. That's 3 Pokemon to be fair. Hydra picks off every one of his main offensive threats as long as they're chipped. Psychic for Zama, Nihi, and neutral coverage. T-Bolt for Feeny and Steela. Flip turn pivots out in his offensive bond, puts his offensive bonds in range of Hydro Pump and Marshall's Shadow Sneak. Next level. It says a prep for this hard for Team Tours and extremely important playoff games. Yeah, well, exactly. Modest Starmie. Zarude, your main pivot to Spectre and first time switching to Darkrai. Your main answer to Mew. Chopper Bear for the Zombies into Zero Aura, Darkrai, and Mew. Power Up and Darkest Lariat is good coverage versus Draft. Taunt shuts down Celesteela, Feeny, and Mew. Synthesis for longevity. This mon is fodder for Celesteela on purpose so you can set up with Marshadow. And we've been using Calcs, you know. The general deal. Oh, and then we have offensive Clef. I love offensive Clef. Sash Clef too. Basically, your oh shit button. Since Clef can't wall anything on his team, you have offensive Sash to revenge his offensive threats. I love this idea. This is great. Clef might not pick up a kill, but it'll 100% put him in range of Marsh and Star. Only bring this out if you don't have a way of revenge killing him with Marshadow or Starmie. Sash to guarantee live any hit no matter what and kill him off. Basically a 1-for-1 trade. Moonblast for Zamazera, Spec, Darkrai, Mew, and Feeny. Psyshock for Nihi. Fire Blast for Shelly. T-Wave to cripple Zama, Nihi, and Spec if they're not in range. I'm so here for this. I am super here for offensive Clef. Love offensive Clef. Then we have Calcs. Getting towards the end. The game plan. How to win. This is awesome. Turn 1. Panorska is more likely to lead off with Zero Aura. Darkrai, your lead is always going to be Starly, and you'll almost always click flip turn, unless Panorska leads off with a Zamazenta, and that gives you a Link Psychic. So he has the lead scenario set out. Remember to set up your rocks. They're essential for Marshadow to pick up some KOs with Shadow Snake. Read carefully the calcs they added. Zaru could also be one that gives you an opening set up with Marshadow for the win. After you chip his team enough, you can use Zaru to bait in the Celesteela, so you can sack it and force him to get a Beast Boost. After that, you can bring in your Marshadow, steal the boost, or set up a bulk up and just go for the sweep. If he for some reason brings defensive setup, Calm Mind, Iron Defense, or Cosmic Power, don't panic. Let him set up all he wants, then bring in Marshadow and steal the boost so you can win. Let's go. Very smart. Let him know, Virgo. Okay. Good luck and have fun. Then we have the final team right here that we even understand in depth. I think he could have passed me this team. This not even be my roster. I'm going to ran into this game and 1-up and 6-tap Panorska. Now we're definitely watching from Dash and Sceptile side. Definitely wasn't going to before. All right. So does he lead correctly? Folks, pop quiz. What's the lead in this matchup? If you answered Starmie, you were correct. You flip turn, and the initial pivot was Zarude as he goes into Zarude. Very nice. Sludge Bomb does pop, which is unfortunate, as it is a Life Orb. Honestly, that's fine. He's kind of going to go down here, which is not good, but his Life Orb lead, which is good to know at the very least. He goes into Clefable here, and Sludge Bomb is going to come out. It is going to live on like 1, so he does kind of pop that Clefable a little bit early, which is unfortunate. But he's able to get rid of the Darkrai. I would have liked to keep that oh shit button. But not the biggest deal in the world, you know? Not the biggest deal in the world. As Fiend's going to come out, it is going to surf. Down it goes. Out comes Robrizard. We're going to see a big Swords Dance here. I like this offensive ass and game from what do you call it? From Big Dashing Sceptile. He's doing what he's supposed to do. The only time I've ever won a championship was in a speed tour, and I put down 4 moves for each set. Just put him straight down what sounded good and sounds 1. That's fair. You know, sometimes that's all you need. We see a Flare Blitz come out, good middle ground. You can take a little bit of recoil, but it's all good. Then out comes the Nihi. Nidoqueen is going to be the hard switch. A Psychic is going to pop. A crit's going to happen, and that is bad because I don't think he would have died with Psychic into Psychic. That's very unfortunate. It also telegraphs that he's for sure Scarfed. So I believe he can just get off a big pump. Yeah, and 2 KO something, right? No, he's going to go hard Nidoqueen. Wait, that's an interesting play, but I think it's fine. No, because he dies. Yeah, max roll. I don't know. He got 2 of them. No, he had 24 the first time. Not the biggest deal in the world. We're going to see a bulk up pop as the Mega Camel is going to come in. Spectral Thief is going to pop. It's going to do a lot. We see an Earth Power pop. And you Drain Punch here, right? As it does knock it out. Is the Marshadow game here? We see a Sneak Pop. Psychic. It lives? It lived? It lived. Hold on. That's the game. That's some bullshit bad game. Shut up, Panorska. You lost, bro. Wait, why did you Drain Punch? Oh, no, he was slower. I forgot he was slower on this set. Yeah, he got hella mad. Pinorska, brother. You gotta chill, man. Smash. Okay. Good shit. That's just how power this game. I don't know what he means. That's some bullshit. Good win, Septile. Yeah? What is he saying that's some bullshit for? What is he getting mad for? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is he mad? That's hella funny. Well, that was awesome. I've never been more excited for a week 4 game in my life. I wasn't even paying attention to bingo. Hold on. Let's put our bingo back up. Alright, any bingoers? Did we get anything? I wish I could put wheelchair, but it was not a wheelchair. Was there any status? There was a poison, unfortunately, so we can't get no status. No obscure berry. Pyapa doesn't really count. Unexpected sash, for sure. I'm counting that. You can't stop me. No Ubers. No, there was an Uber. No obscure. Every single Pokemon in these opposing team gets a kill. That's not true either. No Trick Room. Nothing died to hazards. No hazards. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's going to be week 3 bingo, which means we got single bingo. We were so close to getting double bingo. All we need is that Sludge Bomb not to poison, but Pinorska had to poison him. Damn, that was hilarious. He said, that's some bullshit bad game. That was crazy. Burgo, prep support, unmatched. Unmatched. Holy shit. Official Pokemon draft thing, I'm still very proud of myself. Dude, hell yeah, be proud of yourself for it. Good dub. We take those. There were no Sash, though? Yeah, you're Sash Clef. I'm saying that's unexpected Sash. I'm counting the PowerPoint. You had Sash, I think Clef counts as unexpected Sash. Liv got 3 bingos. Well, Liv's pretty cool, so good for her. I'm not spiteful. I got 5 or 6 of his team, correct? Yeah, you did. Dude, you grinded for this shit. There was no Selly, which is probably the main setup target for Marsha, which could have gotten scary. But I think it's fine. That was awesome. That was so cool. Good luck and have fun. Zama even got the exact EV spread. That's hella funny. So he got min-rolled with that Psychic? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? If that's what happened, I guess that's unfortunate. Psychic, that was a mineral, but they're still 3%. So, like, it still could have gotten, you know, another roll on top of that. It kind of just depends on that turn. Hold on, I wanna calc it now. It was a 62. Hold on. So let's go to the calculator. Marshadow. That's 62. I'm gonna get the exact EV spread too. 136.24. 136.24. Let's see how bad this roll is before I shit talk. Oh, it was about 50. Okay, like that sucks, but like not the biggest deal in the world. It wasn't a mineral. He didn't know the bulk. You know, I don't think he knew the bulk. It wasn't a mineral. It was like a 40-60, which is in his favor, but like it's like getting a Scald Burn. You know? Or I guess getting a Scald Burn is even luckier than that, so I don't think you can get super upset. That's Pokemon. You know? So I don't think that's like the craziest thing in the world. It was a 62%, right? Let's zoom forward. Oh, I'm calculating it. Unless he was modest. Was he modest, Scarf? Nah, he wasn't modest. He's lying. If he said he was modest, he's lying because he would have killed. Timid was a roll. Yeah, timid was a roll. So, I don't know. Let me know. Did he say he was timid or modest? He's a 62, right? Yeah, he was a 62, right? Yeah, I think that's if he didn't crit Nido, Starmie would be at full. Yeah, no, that's another very true fact. Though I don't think Starmie being at full mattered. I think the Nido critting would have been unfortunate in the sense that Nido could have claimed a KO there pretty easily, right? If he didn't crit. Hold on, let's go back. Yeah, Nido claimed a KO, which would have put him, or at least forced Sazama in, which would have put him in range of Starmie. So that was the thing. 60% is Serene Grace, Iron Head Flinch, yeah? And would live whatever hit from Nihi at +1. That's true. So it legit just came down to that roll. Because, like, again, another thing, to keep in mind is if that doesn't get crit, that Nidoqueen, he claims a KO with Earth Power when he comes in. Because Psychic does not kill, you know? Like, Psychic into Psychic does not kill, I don't think. Right? I'm pretty sure that was one of your calcs. Let's check. Was that one of your calcs? Marshadow EVs and calcs. Hold on. I guess it was only for, like, the special stuff. But, yeah, that was awesome. That was a great way to end it off. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate y'all a bunch. This was a fun one. It was a long one. No, it wasn't. We were only live for an hour and a half, actually. It's pretty good. I'll take that. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I'll post the bingo in the BBL server. Join me there if you guys want to talk about the stream a little bit more. But I am going to jump off for the day. After being finished, realizing you brought the wrong team. Dude, I wish you brought the wrong team. Then we could put another thing on the bingo board. That would be 1, 2. Yeah, that would be double bingo, right? Which would be sick. I would have taken that. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate y'all as always. I'll see you guys next week with BBL Watchthrough Week 2. I know I'm also going to do a Wi-Fi watch through with Liv later on this week. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.